the Ring Fanatics podcast, episode 177. I'm Nick, your host. With me, as always, my co-host Joel.
Yo,
As always, subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on all platforms, social media, Instagram, X, TikTok, literally anywhere, including where you listen to the audio versions, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Um, been a while. We didn't do an episode last week. But we are obviously doing one this week.
yes, we back at it.
Yeah, a couple things to catch up on, but a lot of things happened this week. A lot of things
Yes.
happened this week that we can talk about.
Where do you want to kick off?
Ooh, okay, so let's talk. We were just talking about it. Let's just talk about Grand Slam because it just happened last night at the time of this
Yeah.
recording. So let's kick it off with that. Because you were there, I saw it from
Yeah.
start to finish. So
Grand Slam was dope. I think it
yeah,
was a good show. I feel like
how
all the
packed
match.
was it though? Because
It was.
it seemed like a
It
lot of
was.
people.
It was more packed than I thought it was gonna be.
Okay.
Cause
Was it like the first one? Was it like the first one where it
no,
was?
no, no. But also they had like a part of it cut off, like kind of how they have like
Yeah.
behind the stage, like when they do UBS and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
If they would have done Nassau, it would have been a sold out show, I think.
Okay.
Um, but it was a pretty packed place. Again, not sold out, but I think there was more people than I thought there were gonna be.
Yeah. I mean, they really sold the shit out of Nigel and Danielson
I mean,
for that.
listen, I bought the tickets yesterday.
Yeah, yeah,
Wednesday I bought
yeah.
them because I was just me and my brother looking at each other and was like, what if Nigel and Brian happen and we're home watching it? We have to go. And then we bought cheap tickets, went, had a great time. We were there till like midnight, but fuck it, we got to see a good show, man.
It was a good show from start to finish.
Yeah.
I
I think the
mean,
only down was like Mariah, but like it is what it
they
is.
needed like a break match, I
Yeah, and
guess.
that's exactly what that was.
Yeah. Not trying to shit on Mariah, but it's just they needed something. I think
Yeah,
that and the Hook match, which
yeah,
was okay match. It was supposed to be FTW rules, but not much happened.
yeah.
Um,
They made Hook look amazing. I'll say
yeah.
that. Shout out to Kingdom. They really went
Yeah.
above and beyond to make him look like a fucking threat. So that was really good.
And I'm super happy that they retired that fucking FTW belt.
Yo,
Finally.
stop hating on the FTW belt, but yes, it was time to retire it.
I'm not hating the belt, I'm just hating how they're using it, which annoyed me for a while. It's like I think we said this
Because
a
it's
while
not like
back.
a real belt, but it is a real belt.
Yeah, but it's just it's not really for the title's sake, it's for Hook's sake, you know?
Yeah,
Like they made Hook the poster boy of the belt, and that's all they made him do was the FTW champ. If he wasn't the champion, he was challenging for it.
yeah.
And now it's gone. So it's like he does. Now we get to see like what else he could do
Yeah,
besides
this is it's gonna be
FW rules.
interesting. I say you throw him under Mox
That's what I was thinking too.
and let them show him the ropes. Get rid of Yuta already.
I
Get
know
rid of Yuta.
it's. I don't know. I mean, Collision didn't happen yet. I know they pre-recorded it, but you know,
Yuta's fucking Yuta. That's what
yeah,
it is. I've never seen somebody with like little to no charisma. It's crazy.
yeah,
It's crazy. He is just like he reminds me of Steve Blackman. Not only because he looks like him, but because he is just like he's just there.
yeah. I see.
He's good. He's a good wrestler, but just like he's just there.
He lacks charisma.
Yeah. And
That's what
then
it
we
is.
thought like he's gonna be with combat. They're gonna maybe like push him a little bit, and they tried, but like it just didn't work. They tried with the pure belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not like they haven't tried. They're trying. It's just it's not working, man.
I think putting Hook with Mox's group makes sense. You know, he fits the vibe too. Like
Yeah.
it's same thing as he's like Marina Shafir. Like when she got put with the group, it's like that makes sense because she's
Exactly.
like a combat sport fighter.
Yeah.
Um, and the same thing how they've been portraying Hook. It's like Hook is always doing submission moves. He's a grappler. He's a
He
martial
fit
artist, I guess.
yeah, he
I don't know. If
fits
that's
that
his.
vibe.
I don't know if he has a. I mean, it looks like he has a background in martial arts stuff, but
Yeah.
he has that same vibe. I think he'll do very, very well under Mox and everyone else in that group. with a whole bunch of veterans. And you're right, I do think if Hook is with them, he'll probably do a lot better than what Yuta was portrayed as when he was with BCC
Yeah.
or whatever this new group's name is now. But I do think that Hook can thrive on this group, and I'm excited to see if it does happen because it could be a shot in the dark for all I know.
No, yeah, definitely. But that would be dope. I mean, yeah, Yuta's just not it, man. He just doesn't
Yeah,
fit the vibe. I mean, maybe they'll slowly grow to it, but I just feel like he's never gonna fit that vibe. He never fit in with BCC. Like it was just,
I just wonder how they're gonna get rid of the trios belts with them as champions.
yeah. I don't know what's
That
gonna happen with that.
Yeah, then me too. I just want to know what they're gonna do. What's the story for it? Like I thought this was gonna be the match, but like the collision match was the match they're gonna lose it in.
Yeah, I,
But
I thought
I
so
mean,
too.
spoiler alert, they retained it on Wednesday.
I mean, yeah.
It
Come
was
on.
pretty obvious, but
Yeah.
because what I thought was gonna happen, because I'm pretty sure it was last week, where like it was Private Party was like, oh, we're gonna find a partner or something, but it was
Yeah.
Commander, and it's like y'all been with him, which is mad random preparing. Um,
Super random.
yeah, but I guess he needed somebody.
I
What I
no,
thought would have
I think
happened,
they're a real team now.
really.
Spoiler alert, they have matching gear. And Alex had a matching jacket.
Oh no,
Mm-hmm.
oh
I
no,
don't know. Maybe it was just, oh, it's a big show and we're tagging together. I don't know. But they have matching gear.
oh god. Because what I thought was gonna happen originally was like, because like I don't know, I think it was 2 weeks ago on Collision where it was you to cut a promo. I thought they were gonna pull like a Cody Rhodes type thing.
Okay.
Like, remember when Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase formed the tag team when he turned on Hardcore Holly? I
Yeah.
thought it was gonna be something like that, but babyface turn,
Okay.
where like Private Party didn't needed a partner, but it was Yuta, and then Pac and
Shout out
Claudio get
you.
distracted, and somehow Yuta and Private Party win it,
Yeah.
and then they become the
That
trio
actually would
champs.
have been crazy.
I
Maybe
know that
that
would
would
have
have
been a
put me
swerve.
on. Maybe I would have been on the Yuta train.
Yeah,
Maybe.
so I thought that was gonna happen. That would have been a cool storyline to do,
Yeah, I
but
don't know why they're with Commander.
yeah, we don't know.
And why is and I'm not wrong, right? The guy's name is Alex.
Alex Abrahantes,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's the one that they
yeah.
just anybody with a mask just throw in with Alex,
I mean,
right?
they can't do it with Lucha Bros now because it seems not to be going to AEW anymore.
No, yeah. So now they just
But
throw if somebody with a mask comes in, just throw him with Alex.
I mean, cross my fingers. I hope he doesn't get a sign with hologram. Holograms looks dope by
Oh my
hologram.
god, hologram.
Like,
He is dope though. Yeah.
yeah,
I just
it's,
I don't see like, oh, what's gonna happen with hologram. You know
you
what I mean?
don't
Like
like hologram?
hologram's dope, but I just don't see it going far. You know what I mean? Like I don't
I
know.
think he's cool. I think
I
it
think
could.
he's dope. Like I just don't ever see him winning like a title or anything.
I mean, I think. I mean, because it feels like all they've been doing with him was squash match after squash match. You
Yeah.
know, I feel like they put him on Dynamite and feature him there a little bit more against other people. Maybe some
Yeah.
people's minds would change about him, but
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean
he's
he's
a
really
good
good. He's
character.
really good. It's just I don't know what you would do with him. I don't
Just not put him with Alex. That's what I would do with him.
Yeah, facts.
I hope they don't listen to this and be like, you know what? Maybe we should put him with Alex.
Maybe. Maybe
Cause
that's what he's missing.
I mean, no,
No.
no.
Leave hologram alone.
Yeah, leave him alone.
But
Yeah,
yeah, they have matching gear, but I don't know what's happening with that. We'll see how they lose them though. I
yeah,
don't know what the story's gonna be.
I
Um
know. Me neither. That's the thing. We don't know. But
yeah.
yeah, what else happened on Grand Slam?
Also, not what else happened? Nigel,
Night. Oh
Brian.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
Great
man,
match.
oh man.
Great
What a
match.
match. That was awesome to see. I know a lot of people were, I don't know, mad that was gonna happen because of the way that was set up. And I know we talked about it too, that you were like,
Yeah,
I'm just confused with why they're doing it. I
yeah,
think it was just where else are you gonna do Nigel and Brian? You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
you needed it to be like on a bigger show than just happening on a regular Dynamite.
Exactly. Yeah,
Like they could have did it
yeah.
at the 5 year, but there's so much going on there that it's like
I mean, not really, if you think about it. All I know is that it's Britt Baker coming back and Osprey versus Ricochet. That's all
Yeah,
I know of.
and isn't there another title on the line or no? I feel like there was another title on the line for the 5th anniversary.
I don't remember.
No? Oh,
I,
okay. So they should just wait until then.
yeah,
But maybe because Grand Slam is like they treat it like a network special kind
yeah,
of thing. So I get it why they did it. It was weird the way they went about it.
exactly. Yeah, because
But
I
yeah,
don't. I guess like Nigel. I think Nigel competing at All In was like a last minute thing, to where it's like, all right, now we could actually do this again sooner than we think.
yeah,
So then that's why they probably switched up the championship match that Darby had for this.
yeah. And I'm
Um,
not mad at it at all.
yeah,
Cause Nigel and Bryan killed it. So did Mox and Darby.
yeah,
Wow.
crazy match.
Darby. Yeah, I feel like every time somebody fights Darby, it's just like, how could I just hurt you more than your last match?
Exactly. Yeah,
I never like the bumps he was taking. I was just like, wow. He made
yeah,
Mox look incredible. Also, Mox looking like a brick house. Homie is
yeah,
built right now.
yeah. He's in good
I
shape. He's in
I
good
guess
shape.
he lives in the gym right now because
Yeah.
just even from where I was sitting, I was like, yo, homie just looks brolic as shit. Like the way he was just walking around the ring and shit. Um, but yeah, yo, shout out Grand Slam, man.
And yeah,
Great show.
Mox is now facing
Brian,
Danielson now.
yeah,
I don't want to get in too much into that match because we have predictions for that coming
yeah.
up. But I think
I'm
I'm
hyped.
starting. Yeah, I'm hyped for it, but I'm
I'm
starting to
hyped.
think Shane might be involved. The
You think
more
so?
I have a strong feeling. Um, now that since Moxley won, and now since I don't know if you saw the Young Bucks picture today,
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
so now it's starting to like click a little bit. Every week it's starting to come alive.
I mean, a
You
lot of
know,
people thought he was gonna show up last night.
me too a little bit. I was like, I'm not gonna be mad if it does,
Okay.
but I
Yeah.
think that if he were to show up, it probably has to be when Moxley is going to win the title. Um, because the only thing that's making me say that is because of the fact that Mox keeps on saying it's not your company anymore. You
Yeah,
know,
he keeps saying that, yeah.
then whose company is it? It's obviously not yours. You're not if you were a true heel, it'd be like, yo, I'm taking over as my company. He's not saying that. He's saying it's just not your company,
Not your
Tony.
company anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. So whose company
I
is
don't
it?
yeah, it's interesting with what they're gonna do with that.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna happen last night too, but I didn't have like my hopes high for it. Because I was
Yeah.
like, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But yeah, it does it's kinda like it kind of puts the pieces together, but I don't know. I'm
I
not
wouldn't.
100% sold on it. I'm gonna treat this like the Punk. I'll believe it when I see it.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Like, because that's what I felt with Punk with AEW. I was like, WWE, we knew he was going back after the AEW thing. But
Yeah.
when he first came back, it was like, yeah, Punk, okay. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
So with Shane, I'll believe it when I see it. But all the pieces are there.
Yeah.
It
I think
makes sense.
it's setting up perfectly.
Yeah.
Would I be surprised if it doesn't happen?
You
Yes.
think they do a screw job in his hometown?
Probably.
That's a
Maybe
way to
like
go out. That's a way to go out.
or what like one of the things I could see happening is like what if after the match Shane comes out um like it looks like he's on Danielson's side, like he's cheering for him, stuff like that. But then he turns on him afterwards,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Kind of like what how Adam Copeland debuted last year at Wrestle Dream. But instead of being a babyface, he turns heel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm down with Shane being in AEW. I'm
Yeah.
so down with that. I don't know how true it is, but if it is, I'm interested in seeing what they do with him.
And I'm also interested to see how Christian Cage uses his contract.
Yeah. And
'Cause
also what's going on with this Kip story.
that's why I feel like they gave it to Christian because it's like I think he's not winning it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just to build up other stuff.
exactly. He's just that's why they gave him the win at All In. It's like, oh, we
Yeah.
know you're not going to win the title. Let's just give it to Christian Cage.
Yeah.
Because I think if someone else would have won it and they lost the title opportunity, it would have been much more of a bigger deal.
Yeah, I think Christian losing it, I think fans actually want that. They
Yeah,
want him to cash in and lose.
exactly.
So yeah, that was
Exactly.
probably the perfect person to give it to. Because then Because if you give it to somebody up and coming, they're like, "Damn, I'm Brian."
Yeah, or
And you can't,
Mox.
well, Ma, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, true,
So it's a tough situation there. So
yeah,
it makes sense to give it to Christian Cage now that I
no,
think
yeah,
about it.
definitely. I didn't think about it at the time, but I was fine with the choice at the time. But like what you said, that actually makes perfect sense why
Yeah.
they gave it to him.
Yeah. So it makes sense. I mean, I thought he was for a second to cash in last night, but then I'm not too sure about the Kip story.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
I've been following it, but I still don't know why. Like he's
yeah,
just
it's
holding
not all
cash.
there yet. It's still not all
Yeah.
there yet. I think.
I don't know how was his relationship with his dad. I don't know if that's a true thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's a. I think they kind of gave up on the dad stuff. Um, a little bit with Danielson because he is a dad and he's brought his kids out,
true. Yeah,
like Kid Sabian, I don't know what his story is, so I don't know what's happening there.
yeah. I mean, they still got now. They got to tell a story why he's not letting him cash in.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe that'll unfold probably.
Yeah, and is it gonna be Kip that helps him cash in,
Ooh,
and that's how he
ooh.
earns his trust.
Because again, I think I said this the last time too that we did a podcast. Like we don't know how long Christian Cage can hold this contract for.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they didn't have like a date on it.
Yeah, it's any time
I'm
till whenever.
guessing it's till next All In.
Probably,
That's what I'm
probably.
guessing. I'm guessing that they're gonna do this always at All In.
Yeah. But they do this for all championships. They did it for the tag titles, which
Yeah,
also was a great match, by the way. But they do that match for every. They've been doing that match
yeah.
a lot. But I
No,
guess
yeah,
for the world
definitely.
title was
But for a world title, I think that's gonna be like that'd be cool if it's an All In thing. Like
yeah,
you do it every year, kind of like a Money in the Bank, but like not as big as the Money in the Bank.
yeah,
Like the
yeah,
person's not going around saying, "I have this number one contenders." It's just you kind of forget about it, and then you're like, "Oh shit, they do."
yeah, yeah. Me too, because it's often I forget about it. I'm like, I forgot he
Yeah,
has the contract.
Christian, we just remember because he keeps showing up every week and threatening to do it. Because
Yeah,
if he didn't, we would forget about it. Kind of like with the
yeah,
Darby Allin. I forgot he was number one contender
because they
because
did
it
that shit
happened
like a
during
while
December.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it was before All In. So like you forget about it, and then you're like, oh shit, yeah, he is number one contender.
yeah. So that was weird. That was
Yeah,
weird. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see where all this ends up. For Wrestle Dream
yeah,
of what's gonna happen. So um, we gotta wait to see how that unfolds because that's a good
yeah,
story. I'm loving it.
definitely.
But Will Ospreay, his tag match last night.
Wow, was the crowd on fire for that one?
I have a question for that though.
What's up?
There were people saying online that like there was a point during the match where like Matt Jackson got hit with like 3 finishers and still kicked out.
Yeah.
Are you like upset about that moment or like do you like, not specifically for this match, but when they do that in general?
Nah, not if it's called for the right moment.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He's a champion. You gotta think of it that way. You're a champion, and you're trying not to lose this. You're gonna try, even if you're beat down, you're still gonna try to kick out. Once you're not kicking out, you either knocked out or you just give up,
yeah,
and that's why you get pinned. So I'm not mad at it. I'm mad at it when it happens on matches that are just regular single matches.
like when Orange Cassidy and Penta did it that one time.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly like that. When this non-title is a regular ass match,
yeah,
that's when I'm like, okay. Certain instances like this, I myself give it a pass because I
okay,
look at it as like it's a title match. I know it's like, oh, they're kicking out all the fucking finishers. Now you
yeah,
gotta have a finisher, and it's like, listen, you can't just pinpoint because everyone does it now. You
yeah,
whether it's on AEW, TNA, WWE, even on the Indies, you see it now. So you can't. It's just a thing that happens. You can't even be mad at it. You just
yeah. That
gotta
is
be
true.
like, you just gotta do the.
Yeah,
Of
whatever.
course,
Yeah,
but yesterday it was good because it also you want the Bucks to lose.
yeah,
So it's like every time it's like, oh, it's over now. Oh no, like so they're getting that reaction out of you, the reaction they're looking for, and you're giving it to them, but you're tight about the way they got it.
yeah. That is true.
Yeah.
That is- But then Fletcher almost turned, or seemed like he was tight that happened.
Yes. I
Um,
thought you remember I've been telling you he's turning. I thought it was gonna happen last night.
Yeah,
It almost happened.
almost. You teased it a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
I don't know how big of a fan I am of that move.
No, no,
I feel like it was it's going to be forced. I
no.
mean, like
You gotta get Fletcher. You gotta get Fletcher by himself.
I'm not,
He's always gonna be little brother if he's like best friends with Osprey.
like I get all that, and I'm a fan of Fletcher. I would love to see him go on the singles run.
Yeah,
But when I say forced, like I feel like they're doing this because they have no option.
I don't think
Like,
so.
because
What do you
like,
mean? Like, there's no one else for him to fight?
well, there's no one else in Don Callis' family. Like the origin, I think I said this a while back. The origin of the group, right? It
Yeah.
started off with Takeshita.
Yes.
Then it was Osprey, whichever one came first. Then it was Sammy Guevara.
Yeah.
Sammy Guevara got suspended for a couple of months. He came back as a babyface
Mm-hmm.
and left the group.
Yeah.
Osprey went to Japan, finished his time there, came back as their biggest babyface. He left the group. During that time, Hobbs joined the group.
Yeah.
Trent joined the group.
Yep.
Even Roosh is in the group, but we don't fucking see him on TV.
Yeah.
And during that time, Hobbs and Trent got injured.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much stuck with Takeshita as the only guy in Don Callis' family.
Okay.
And you need, I
Don't say
feel
it
like there
like
was,
that though. Takeshi's
yeah,
the man.
I know, but like, I feel like they're at a point where it's like, we don't want Fletcher to lead the group because that's just another person out of the group.
Yeah.
So I feel like they put themselves in the corner to like, I don't want Fletcher to leave just yet. Maybe when Hobbs and Trent come back, that's when the United Empire can reunite.
Yeah. Yeah.
But feel,
I think they need to break them up.
otherwise, if the others weren't injured or left the group, I think United Empire would have been back by now.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's why I think it's like they don't want this Don Callis family thing to fail. So they have to push Kyle Fletcher in a way.
Mean, but it makes sense, and he's coming into his own. Have you like the way that he's
Yeah.
evolved as a singles guy? So to me, I'm like, do it. Because I feel
Yeah.
like he's gonna always be a little brother to Osprey. You don't want that for him, so you want him to get away from Osprey. So you need the heel turn to happen. Yeah, down the line,
Yeah.
because he'll turn back babyface, because he'll be like, Callis got in my head. You know what I mean? They'll do
Yeah.
that whole storyline and they'll be friends again. But right now, you need to get him away from Osprey.
Yeah.
Because even yesterday when they came out to Osprey's music, I was like, hopefully they both get an entrance. No, they came out to Osprey's music. So I was like, okay, they got to get away from each other. Because he's always going to be like the little brother next to Osprey. So that's why I want the storyline to happen. And also, like you said, there's really no one else in that the Don Callis family to go against, because you don't want to do him and Takeshi just yet.
Yeah, that's gotta happen.
Yeah,
eventually, but
So Fletcher is a good way of finally breaking that last like latch between Callis and Osprey,
yeah,
but then also getting Fletcher away from him. So then when he does leave Callis, and even though he's buddy with Osprey, we know him now as Fletcher. He's by himself. You know what I mean? He's not
yeah.
as Will Osprey's boy.
Now,
you know what I
like,
mean? Like,
when does Mark Davis return? Now it's like, what happens when he's healthy? And it's like, you gotta wait till the story's done, or
yeah, maybe he's the one that comes in and gets Fletcher to go straight, and then they turn on Callis, and then you finally get that tag team running wild on Dynamite and Collision.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm down with that too.
Yeah, it's like before he has like maybe at say that the match happens at Wrestle Dream. Maybe at Wrestle Dream he comes back and that's like you said, he kind of like straightens up Fletcher, be like, "Yo, what happened to the United Empire? Aussie Open?"
Yeah.
'Cause I miss that team, man. That group should be killing shit right now.
I think you give it a little bit. I think you have them fight each other at Full Gear. I think you wait till Full Gear. Let it build up a little bit, and then also
or like a trilogy.
And then you can also do that, because I was gonna say you also want to give some time so that like one of the other Don Callis guys could come back, so you could do, you know what I mean? So you could kind of have them against each other.
Yeah.
So maybe you do a trilogy with them too. I mean, I think with Fletcher and Osprey, you got a good story because they've known each other for so many years. They've traveled with, you know what I mean? Those are brothers.
Yeah.
So like, that's gonna be a cool storyline, and they probably have chemistry in the ring.
Exactly. So it'll probably be a good. They
Yeah,
they
cause
explained it well last night, I think, or it was on
yeah.
social media. I like their relationship with each other.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So it makes sense. I'm sure they have great chemistry in the ring. They have great tag team chemistry, so
Yeah,
it all makes sense.
that's what I saw. I was like, oh, they have tag team chemistry. That must mean that they must be really good in the ring together.
Yeah,
Because then
most
also you gotta
likely.
remember who else is helping you work out, train. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah. So that
so
makes sense.
that's why I'm looking forward to it because I feel like this is where I think Fletcher's gonna lose the storyline, but he's gonna gain so much because now Osprey is gonna bring out the best of him,
Yeah, exactly,
and we're gonna
exactly.
see now. Oh, this is Fletcher balls to the wall. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
going hard,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
and then that's when the people are gonna be like, all right, this guy needs to be talked about, and then that's when he's gonna get the respect as just Fletcher. And then after the storyline, you can let him do the buddy buddy. My
yeah,
fault, I was trying to. He told me he was gonna get me to the top. Now I know that was a lie. Da 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 da. Do that whole storyline.
yeah. That is true. I mean, I guess so. It'd be cool if like Fletcher was in the Continental Classic too.
I mean, maybe that's where that's the. Nah, that's too long
No,
though.
I
But
think I
maybe
think
you have that at
he'll.
the pay per view, and then somehow or another they face each other in the bracket again.
Yeah,
Maybe like at Winter's Coming or something. And it's
I
like, all
think
right,
I don't think Fletcher would make it to the finals, but I think he'll have a great showing in that Continental Classic.
I don't know,
I
man.
guess.
Maybe they look like they pushing him, man.
Yeah, they
I
are.
don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. I'm loving it, but I don't know. We'll see. For me, it's we gotta wait and see what happens
Yeah. Nah,
first.
definitely. I have another question for you about AEW before we because we gotta jump to Raw too. But um last night, New Japan
You
posted a
saw that
video.
him and Omega.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um.
That was interesting. So
Yeah.
is Kenny cleared? Is that what they're telling us? He's cleared for Dynasty?
I hope.
Because
I
I feel
mean,
like you wouldn't be talking to the president unless you're gonna be doing something there.
unless he's gonna make an appearance, it could just be like an appearance at the show. I don't
Yeah,
know if it's
I
gonna be
mean,
like
yeah, but I did see him and I think it was him and Coda were training together.
go to a boot. Yeah,
Yeah, so they
yeah,
were training. It looks like he's moving around doing physical stuff.
exactly. Yeah. I mean, I
Listen,
don't.
that's in
It wasn't
January. That's
wrestling.
still a
Yeah,
couple months away.
it wasn't wrestling though. So I don't know if
Yeah.
it's like he's taking it
No, yeah,
slow.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's still a couple months away.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, but we got to see. I don't know because that's what I thought too. It's like, what if like, or it could just be that like
Unless maybe he's like a special booker for the night or
that's what I
something.
was gonna say, like a special
Or
manager
he's just
role.
there representing AEW.
Or it
Because
was probably just like a promo, like, oh, he's an EVP, him
that's what I
president,
think too. Yeah, yeah, EVP and the president. Because it was their first time reunited since
yeah.
2019.
And I think they could probably do something. They're probably gonna put out a video of like Tanahashi and the CMLL president.
Yeah. So
Um,
when they did that though, when I saw it, because Collision was happening, and I was just as they were like setting up the ring and stuff, I was scrolling, and I was
yeah,
like, "What the fuck?" I was like,
yeah.
"What? When did this happen?" And then I saw the hashtag Wrestle Dynasty. I was like, "Okay, this is dope."
It is dope.
But
Yeah,
even if he's not cleared, he's back in the wrestling world. Like he's doing
yeah. He's
something.
yeah.
So that's awesome.
I know, me
That's
too.
awesome.
I'm excited for that. I mean, whatever happens, I don't care. I just want to see Kenny in the ring again, on program,
Yeah,
whatever he does.
man.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I
that's
just
gonna
miss Kenny in the
be.
ring.
Yeah, I'm excited because I saw that. I was like, that means he's somewhat close. If he's not cleared yet, he has to be somewhat close
Yeah.
for him to start just fucking around, showing up on promos and stuff. I
Yeah, I
feel.
mean, if he would have been, I think he would have been on AEW programming first before doing something with New Japan.
Oh yeah, like if he was cleared, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
No, so that's why I think he's gonna show up at AEW first.
yeah,
Um, but it's not gonna be
because
for a little bit.
they wouldn't have teased that if they, because I feel like his surprise at AEW would have happened low key. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think posting the video first would have made sense if he was going to return soon at AEW.
yeah,
That would have been a great surprise.
yeah. because New
But
Japan and AEW posted it. They did
yeah,
like the
who posted
collab
it first?
post.
It was New Japan.
No, yeah, New Japan because
Oh
it's
yeah,
a New
yeah.
Japan
So
promo.
I mean, it could just be as of right now a partnership. That's why they're like taking it slow. They don't want to just like jump the gun, have him
No, yeah,
return because we don't know how far he has left until he's 100%.
exactly because they didn't say like he's returning. They didn't say
Yeah,
nothing. They just said, oh, they're reuniting. Because it's
yeah,
not like everybody knows. Like if you follow him, everybody knows he's been running around Japan right now. So it makes sense
yeah.
that he's over there. It's not like,
He's
oh
been in
shit,
Japan
he
for a
went all the
while.
way. Yeah, so it's not like, oh shit, he went all the way to Japan just to
Yeah,
do this. It's like, oh,
yeah.
who knows
We
what
already
it's for. So I'm actually happy they didn't announce nothing. They were just like, oh, reunion hashtag Wrestle Dynasty. So I don't know
yeah.
what that's about, but I was like, at least to me, it shows he's at least a little bit closer to getting cleared.
And he's going to be involved some way, even if
Yeah,
it's not wrestling.
some way, somehow.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. I mean, I hope to see him back soon. It'll be cool
Yeah,
to see
shout out
Kenny
Kenny,
back.
man.
Shout out Kenny. But before, I know you mentioned Raw, but before you even get to Raw, I just got to ask you
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
There was a report last week
Okay.
of Kevin Owens. It seems his contract is coming up, and AEW seem to have interest.
Yeah.
Do you
Why
think
wouldn't they?
he'll?
Come
I
on.
mean, yeah, no, no. Do you think like Kevin Owens should make the jump? Do you think it'll make sense for him to make the jump?
Um, financially, probably not. Maybe because Tony's out here paying homies, so I
Yeah,
can't even say that. Um, I mean, with Kevin, it's tough. I love Owens,
yeah,
I do. They still have him in important storylines, but like he's just there. You know what I mean? It's not like he's really making an impact or nothing.
yeah,
Um, to me, I don't really see him doing anything past that in WWE anymore. If he's fine with that, chill, resign. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
if not, if you really, maybe he wants the lighter schedule. You know what I mean? Now that his kids are kind of older now, but like it clears up your schedule a little bit. You'll be
yeah.
home more. Um, he's also getting older, so it's less taxing on your body because you're only working maybe twice a week.
But there's also like reports that like WWE is planning on doing less live events now.
Oh, okay.
So I
I
think it's
mean,
just
cause
SmackDown
like
events because he's on
live
SmackDown.
events is like I get it, it's fun and stuff, but you don't need to do them every weekend.
Yeah, yeah,
You could
uh,
do them here and there. You do enough shows live to not have to rely on live events. But I guess if you're still doing numbers, I mean, have you ever been to a live event, or what was the last
not
live
in a
event you've been to?
while. It was like
Okay,
I think teenager years.
yeah, my
So
the last house show I went to, I think was in MSG. Can't tell you what year. I will tell you it was Brock Lesnar versus Kofi, I believe.
oh, that was like 2015, 26. That was that was a Japan show.
No, that was the
With
Japan show. No,
yep.
this was like a big attraction. It was like Brock Lesnar's coming to MSG. That's the only reason I bought the ticket. Other than that, I can't tell you like who was on the card because house shows are just forgettable.
Yeah, that's the point of it. It's just to have fun when you're there.
Yes, to have a good time. Maybe two things happen that sticks out to you. Other
Yeah,
than that, it's a house show. So I'm fine with them cutting down on them. You know what I mean? Like it's cool. It is good though because it's budget friendly. So like if you can't afford going to, well, not in New York because New York all the prices are crazy, but like
yeah,
more places like Kentucky and stuff like that, Wisconsin, I bet it costs more for a Raw than it does like a live event. So
yeah,
some people might just wait for the live events. I mean, that's why I always went to live events growing up because that's what my pops could afford.
yeah,
Those
yeah.
TV tickets are crazy.
I
Now they're
know,
even crazier.
I know. That's insane. But I think Owens. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Owens financially probably would stay in WWE.
Yeah,
But I feel like maybe he's at that point in his WWE career. It's like, you know what? I don't mind making the money that I am, working the schedule that I want to, and just doing whatever I'm asked to do.
yeah,
Maybe he doesn't see himself as the top guy anymore in the company. to be like, I
Exactly.
should be winning championships every week. Maybe he's cool with that. You know, he hasn't won a championship in years, and to
Yeah.
him, he's probably just chilling, having a good time. You
True.
know,
Yeah.
if I were him, I'd be like, cool, I'm in WWE. Like that's who, you
No. Yeah.
know what I mean?
Exactly. But again, it's like it's kind of like how I felt with the Lucha Bros in AEW. What else is there?
Yeah,
What else are you
yeah,
gonna do there? You kind of hit the ceiling. They hit their ceiling in AEW. I mean, they tried to do the solo stuff with them, but it never really like caught on. Um, so it was really like, what else are they gonna do?
yeah,
So I feel the same way with Kevin. It's really up to him now. Like, do you want to stay or do you want to go and experience something new for the next, like the last time? You know what I mean? Like right
yeah.
before you retire. Because how old is Owens now?
I think he's like 40.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And if he
he's
leaves, it's not like on bad terms or anything. It's not.
yeah, yeah. I'm sure it's not on bad
Yeah,
terms.
so
Yeah,
I don't know though, but I would love to see Owen go to AEW, even go to New Japan, do stuff over there. Cause I feel like, again, like in WWE, he's great. He's in big moments. It's
yeah,
just I know he's never gonna get that big win again. So it's
yeah,
like, all right, you hit your ceiling, which is cool. You still put on good matches. You're still in good storylines. So why leave?
yeah,
Right? You know what I mean? It's one of those situations.
yeah. That is true.
So I'm down whether he stays or whether he decides to, or even if he doesn't even decide to sign with anybody, he just hits the independent
Yeah,
scene.
he's just
Imagine he just
chilling.
hits the independent scene
Yeah,
and starts wilding.
signs with GTW. Is it
Yo,
okay?
give me Owens in GCW. Come back as Kevin Steen.
Yeah,
That'd be wild. Be like, yo, Kevin Steen's coming back, guys.
yeah.
That's
That'd
actually
be.
insane. I would actually be super down with that.
I know that would be a wild move to do,
Oh,
but
1000%. But
like,
I
where do
know
you think?
he would kill it if he did. Like I
Yeah,
know if he went out on the indies right now, or even if he signed to another company, he's killing it.
because he's done everything. I mean, technically, I don't know if he's gone to Japan. I don't know if he's gone to TNA. He hasn't. He's been just an indie guy, really, right?
Yeah,
Like
indie guy.
most of
Yeah,
his.
yeah. I'm
So
sure he did. Like I'm not sure if he's done Japan, but I'm sure he's done like a couple tours here and there.
probably, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So it's just whatever he wants to do. I mean, he's at the end of his career. And it's not like Ricochet. Ricochet was a different story. You
yeah.
know, it was like he still has a lot left in the tank. It was just WWE wasn't his style, and he realized that
Exactly. Yeah,
eventually.
yeah.
Um,
Took him a little bit, but also it was just time probably for him. He probably let it be and was probably like, it'll get better. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
maybe someone will give me a good thing to do. You know what I mean? Like someone will give
yeah,
me a good storyline.
yeah. True, true. But like, things happen, but we don't know. That's something that we
Yeah,
gotta wait and see.
yeah. But
Um,
Owens, that would actually be dope, especially if he was thinking about retiring and like just did
good
his
time to.
last year, just did like a indie tour. And was
Ooh,
just like, yo, see Kevin Owens / Steen one more time.
yeah. But I feel like he's a wrestling guy. Like he's obviously he is, but like he's like he wants to be around wrestling. You
Yeah,
know, so I'm sure he was signed somewhere like an AEW or elsewhere to
yeah,
even be like a backstage guy. You know,
yeah, definitely.
so
Listen, like I said, I wouldn't be mad if he left, but I also wouldn't be mad if he stood. I'm a big Owens fan.
me too, me too. I mean, there was other contract news that happened this week, but you wanted to talk about Raw.
Wait, who else? What else contracts? Let's talk contracts next.
AJ Styles.
Yeah. They said
Apparently
it's
he's
coming up in January?
or December, January around that time.
Yeah.
So, do you think
That's
he'll
one
stay?
guy. Yes. Yes, Nick. Do I think? Yes. I'm not even gonna let you finish that sentence. Leave AJ, please. You two have hit your ceiling.
Yeah,
Listen. I love AJ. He's done great things in WWE. Have they always done the best by him? Maybe not, but he's always killed it.
yeah,
Um, Always had great matches, always made people look good. I've never heard someone say AJ's had a bad match.
yeah,
Before he's not able to anymore, I'm gonna need AJ to just step back from WWE and go somewhere else.
Oh yeah.
Again, even if you're not signing nowhere and you're just jumping around doing like what Cardona was doing for a little bit, where you just do storyline here, you leave, storyline there, you leave. Something, man,
Yeah.
because he's hit his ceiling. But AJ still got it in the tank. And before he doesn't have it anymore, that before that sad day comes, we need to see him wild out again.
That is
Something
true.
that's more than a 7-minute match. You know what I mean? Like I want the old AJ Styles just one more time.
I know.
He's
I
one
know.
guy that I'm just like, please, not because they're treating him bad or not because of anything. I just think for AJ, there's so many dream matches outside of WWE
Yeah.
that he can give us before he packs it up.
Yeah, that is true. It is a lot, but like he may not.
He is a
He
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 might
may
he
like.
might stay though.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I don't know if it like contract again. If he signs somewhere, he's gonna sign with AEW. Maybe he's just doing it. Maybe he doesn't sign with them. He's just there to do a dream match
No, so yeah,
once in a
that's what I
blue
was saying.
moon.
Like he
Yeah,
does like the little Cardona run. Like if you remember, he was in TNA just like on a
yeah,
handshake. He showed up at AEW a couple times on a handshake. So maybe AJ does the same thing. He doesn't lock himself somewhere down,
yeah,
but he goes to TNA to fight Alexander. He goes to AEW and takes on Osprey or
yeah,
Swerve or you know what I mean, like anybody.
yeah,
He jumps to New Japan, does a match there. Maybe we get Brian AJ. Who
yeah,
knows?
yeah. I mean,
But yeah, AJ's one that again they never like WWE never treated him badly. It's not like oh he deserves better. It's more of there's a lot out there, and since I know he's not gonna always have it before it goes, there's some matches you should have. Even if it's for a year and you come back to WWE and have 1 year last run.
yeah,
Fuck it.
it's just tough. I mean, like again, we can't really we can say where we want people to go, right?
Oh yeah.
And be like they should go here and there. But it's also tough when it's like towards the end of their career and it's like maybe they're just chilling at this point.
Yeah.
Because although as fans you want to see dream matches, and don't get me wrong, I really want to see every single dream match possible. But if he resigns with WWE or just signs with AEW or somewhere and just chills, I mean, Danielson
Yeah.
is a different story. Danielson's like he wanted to wrestle and wanted to fight people and do
Yeah.
stuff. Um, Again, someone like an AJ Styles or Kevin Owens may just not really want to have a retirement tour. You may want to like end it slowly.
Yeah.
You know, take it
Or
one
just
match
end
at a
it
time.
there.
Yeah, so maybe it's not like that with them. So I don't know if like leaving WWE would be like their plan. Might as well just stay and
Oh no,
then
yeah.
do whatever
Both of
they
them will
can.
probably most likely stay.
Yeah.
Every time AJ's contract comes up, he just resigns.
Oh
When
yeah.
he should have left a couple years ago, he resigned.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
AJ, they weren't doing anything with you. Then I was like, oh, he resigned. They definitely promised him something. AJ,
Oh,
they're not doing nothing with you right now.
they
Like
re-signed his
again, and
buddies.
he's gonna resign. But again, like you said, maybe he's just chilling. He's comfortable there. He's
Yeah.
living life. Fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, seems like Motor City Machine Guns are heading their way. I know he's cool with
Oh yeah, they've
them.
been saying that for months.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that to happen too.
Um,
Are they NXT or are they main roster?
NXT.
They're
It seems like they're
NXT.
NXT. Um, Lucha Bros seem to be main roster bound when they show up. But I
I mean,
guess they
they
don't
should go
want.
to you gotta throw them in NXT.
I mean, I guess like they didn't want to have two top tag teams in the same like they didn't want both of them on the main roster or both in NXT at the same time. I
Nah, you
guess.
have them both in NXT at the same time. I think that helps NXT.
Yeah.
That helps you build up these young guys because even though they're probably gonna lose to the Lucha Bros, they'll have a good showing with them.
Yeah. But it's fine either way. I feel like they don't really need that much time
Yeah, and
with
Motor City
developing, but
got
it's
a. I saw like I remember they announced they signed like a while ago.
they
You
yeah, I
remember
feel
when
like
the
they've been
rumors
signed.
came?
Yeah.
Yeah, how many months ago was that?
I think it's like early summer maybe.
Yo, Motor City, y'all not getting any younger. Y'all
Yeah.
better jump in that ring.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah, what's going on?
They could still go. I mean, they could still
Nah,
go.
yeah, they could still go, but like, heard you signed in like June.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
September 26th. Not
Yeah.
even a vignette, not a logo.
I'm assuming I think next week is their premiere on CW. I think it could be possible that they
One of them
show up
shows up.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's a surprise. It's that show's gonna wow out. I know that
Yeah.
they're gonna go crazy with that show.
What's that,
Um,
Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah. It's their again. It's their season premiere. They're in an
On the
actual full
CW.
venue, not in the
Yeah.
performance center. They're gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
So even if maybe they'll swerve us and have both teams show up at the same night.
Yeah.
They had
I
Stephanie
mean, that's
Vacour
what
show up
they
this week.
I mean, that's what they
So
gotta do. Yeah, that was weird to me. I was actually watching that. Like how they just brought her up and was like they did an AEW thing. I was like, whoa, that's random. Like
yeah,
they were just like, yeah, you know who this is. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
WWE doesn't do that.
yeah. I know, yeah,
I was like, that was weird. Like not even like a vignette, like Stephanie's coming. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like something. Nah, they were
I,
just
I,
like,
I just didn't like the fact that she's already challenging for the winner.
yeah, that too. Like Julia first, now her.
Yeah, that because what should
Should
have
make some people
happened.
like worth like earn it at least.
Yeah, because
Even if it's
what that's
squash matches, I get it, but like,
that's what I think should have happened. I think she should have debuted and then like have to work her way to the championship because I do feel like the first interact. I feel like Julio's winning the title, and I feel like their first interaction. I mean, in WWE, I know they faced before.
yeah,
Stephanie versus Julia should have happened at least at their Mania show that weekend because it's in Las Vegas. What big match other than that match could happen for NXT?
yeah.
Nothing else.
For the women
So
right now, yeah.
yeah. So yes, I know it could happen again, but I think that
You want the
match.
first time
Yeah,
at a big show.
exactly.
That's why
Especially
when she was
I
like, "Oh
guess
yeah, I get winner." I was like, "You
what?
get
Yeah,
winner?
winner.
What the
Yeah.
what?"
Maybe they'll like do something to where Shawn Michaels like, nah, you got to earn your shot. But
Yeah,
then
like
Julia didn't earn anything either. She just
exactly. Who should beat Chelsea once?
yeah, yeah, for
Like at
real.
least if you have like 3 or 4 squash matches, that could be like, okay, she earned her way.
Yeah.
But yeah, just pulling up. It was just weird that whole segment. Shout out Funaki, man.
Oh, Funaki. I love
That was
Funaki.
that was the highlight of that segment. I like it was a great segment, but the highlight was I was like, Funaki's still here?
Yeah.
Yo,
I
shout out him.
didn't even know he was working there. I was like,
Me
wait,
either.
Funaki.
I saw him in the
Yeah.
room with his glasses. I was like, no way that's Funaki.
I love Funaki. But
That's the man right there.
yeah. One more thing contract related. Miro requested
Yeah.
his release from
Yeah, I didn't even
AEW.
know he was still signed.
Yeah, me neither. I thought he was done. But
People were like,
I
"Oh man, he's out." I was like, I didn't even know he was still there.
I think he should go and just go to
Yeah.
WWE, man.
I mean, he just needs to become an actor. Like,
Oh yeah, he's acting now, right?
yeah,
I think
just
is what he's
become an
doing.
actor, bro. Just become an actor.
I mean,
Because
like I
guess
think
what? If you go over there with that character, you got nowhere you fit in. They already
I
have Braun Breaker. You got the muscles and shit. Being the monster,
I
it's
mean,
not
I
gonna
said the
work.
same thing for Andrade, but then I think he's fitting in very well.
Who, Andrade?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna get caught up in the mix, but then he's doing just fine.
Yeah, he's chilling.
But I think Miro could do the same thing if he goes back as Rusev. If the only way I'd be cool if Rusev goes back is that they bring back what's his name, English, and then they bring back the Rusev Day thing.
Oh, Aiden English.
Yeah, and then have them
I
do that
mean, you could
duo
try.
again.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
'Cause that's one of the things that like people still want to see, even though it happened years ago, and
yeah.
people still would love it to this day.
Not yet,
Um,
definitely. But
if
I don't
booked
know. I
correctly.
just feel like he doesn't fit in there. He if he would have stood, he could have changed with the times, but
Yeah,
he just I feel like his character, the way that he has it right now, just wouldn't fit. He would have to change. And then he's just gonna become he's gonna become Rusev again, right? Which is fine. But like I don't know.
I just feel like he's gotten in better. Rusev has gotten in better, or Miro, sorry, Miro's gotten in better shape since leaving WWE. He's been booked very well, and his character and his persona has changed a lot. Yeah, could that change in WWE? Of course.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the same exact thing as what we're seeing in AEW, but I just think that he's improved a lot to be like, it feels like a completely different person than what he was with Rusev
I
towards the end of
actually
his time.
yeah, I actually liked him better as Rusev. Thought he
Really.
put on better matches as Rusev.
I mean, yeah, but
Miro
character
was yeah,
wise,
yeah,
he's
character
better.
wise, Miro was cool. I still pick Rusev over everything. I feel like his wrestling went down when he got to AEW. Like he was still
Mm,
having good matches, but it was like, do you even want to wrestle anymore, bud? Like
yeah, I
it
get
felt like
it.
he was
Yeah.
just like half-assing it and shit. So like even now when I'm like, oh, he asked for his release, he ain't going nowhere. But if he
Well,
does
yeah,
sign back, hopefully the spark comes back and he starts walling out again. I would love that.
I think he might just take a break for the acting stuff and then work his way back to wrestling. Because I
Yeah.
don't, unless he does like some part time thing to where it's like he just, I guess,
He's just
because I was
weird
gonna,
because he hasn't done any indies. He just like
yeah,
usually people are like, "Oh man, I'm stuck at home. No one's booking me," so they just run the indies. He's not even doing that.
yeah. So I
He's
was gonna
just
say like book him like Bronson Reed, but you already have a Bronson Reed
that's what
there,
I'm
so it's
saying.
like,
There's
yeah,
so much that's happening that he
yeah,
just doesn't fit in because he
I
can't be the
guess,
beast like Braun, Breaker, but then he
yeah,
also can't be a beast like Strowman. Um,
yeah,
what's
this,
his
yeah,
name? Bronson is bigger than him.
yeah,
It's weird. It's just yeah, he doesn't fit in right now. Because it's
I
gonna
guess
happen the
so,
same thing. He's gonna sign. We'll see him for a little bit, and then it's gonna be like, we got nothing for him. Put him on
yeah.
speed.
I put him on speed. Him versus
Yo, did you
Andrade.
see that Level Up got canceled?
I
I didn't
didn't know
even
that
know
was
that
still
shit
a
was
thing.
still on. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't even
I
know it
was
was still
like,
on. People were like, "Oh
oh
man,
no.
yo!" I was like, I didn't even know that shit was still on.
You want to hear something? I guarantee you, the people that got tight the show got canceled. I guarantee you, none of them watched it once.
Hell no, that's why it was
Yeah,
canceled. Like,
yeah. What do you think it's canceled? No one fucking watched that shit.
yeah, it was
I'm sure
on
it
right
was
after SmackDown.
yeah.
Like,
I'm sure it was good for like up and comers to like get reps in, I guess.
yeah,
But they could do dark matches, live events. They'd have
yeah.
that shit every week, so it's fine.
Exactly. It was NXT's Rampage, and it was
Yeah,
bad. Same way Rampage needs to go, Level Up needed to go.
exactly. Yeah, and I
I
don't
thought
know.
Ran- I
I
thought
think it was like
Rampage was
CW stuff.
gone when they were like, "Oh yeah, Grand Slam, Dynamite, and Collision." I said, "Nice." Rampage
Yeah,
is like low key getting canceled. Like they're not even gonna. No, it's
I
still
thought it
happening.
was too because I saw that. I'm like, wait, what are they gonna do for Rampage? But I thought they like
They have a
quietly filmed it
they have a
before.
whole card for Rampage.
Who's fighting? You know?
Couldn't tell you. I know.
Huh.
Oh no. I know House of Black is fighting
Oh,
as a tag. I just
what
don't
the
know who
fuck
they're
is
fighting.
House of Black fighting on Rampage? Well,
Yeah.
that's see, I don't know what that shit. Um, House
I
of Black
got you,
shouldn't.
man, Nick.
Yeah, why is a fucking House of Black on? They're not even on
we
Collision. They're on Rampage.
it was also random that we got one Ring of Honor match yesterday.
What the fuck is happening?
we got
What is
we
happening?
we got one Ring of Honor match right before um
Oh
so
god.
7:30 was when the show started. So they started filming Collision. Um but before Collision they did a dark match for Ring of Honor. And it was the trios belts. It was Dustin and Von Erichs versus everybody's favorite wrestler Tony Nese and his team. And then they went right into Collision. I was like, I thought they were gonna tape a whole thing of Ring of Honor. I was like, what are you gonna do with one match?
Yeah, really. What the fuck are you gonna do with one match?
I don't know.
Is that the entire show? Because I know it's happening right now. I think it just started like an hour
I don't know.
ago.
Maybe they'll be like, oh, a special main event that was filmed at Grand Slam. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, that was
Um,
random.
it was random. What the fuck? That's so confusing. What time did it
Yeah.
finish though? What time did Rampage finish?
What do you mean?
Yeah, sorry, Collision. The entire
Collision? Oh, Collision
yeah,
ended like
the
midnight.
taping.
Like midnight. Shout out
Holy
Okada
shit!
versus Sammy.
Oh,
Good match too, by the way. That was the thing too. It was like pretty good, like okay matches. It wasn't like, ah man, like there's been some dark matches that you watch after and you're like, damn, I should just go home.
yeah.
but it was
Yeah.
actually pretty good.
They made you
Not,
want to stay. They
yeah,
made
it
you.
was like, and then also of course they're like Okada, and
Yeah.
then they did like the whole card, and then Hologram came out co-main event, so you know that woke the crowd up, which was kind of fire. Everybody was going
I
crazy.
told you, people love hologram. I'm telling you, people love
Then
hologram.
they left, and then the main event started. But yeah, we were there pretty late. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. I did think, I don't want to go back to AEW, but I did think Biggie Starks was showing up.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
very confident that he was
I
going
don't
to
know
be there.
what. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Ricky.
He should leave, man.
Ricky,
He should
Ricky,
get out of
Ricky,
there.
Ricky. He's another one that I'm nervous though about.
I mean,
He
like, what are they gonna do? Just have him sit and get paid? I mean, awesome, right? Like
That's
that's
fucking dope. I wish my job did that.
yeah, but
I
like
would never ask for my release. I would just go under the radar and be like, "Yo,
just call me whenever you need me. I'm
I'm still
chilling.
signed. Like I'm still getting
But it's
checks."
also the thing he may want to wrestle. It's like I don't want to be
No,
just
yeah,
sitting around.
exactly. Yeah.
So I
Nah,
thought
anyway,
he was in Queens.
yeah, but he's sitting out for the rest of his contract. He's just waiting for it to finish so
Yeah,
that he could make the jump. We all know Ricky's gonna jump. Like
yeah,
I love when like the news sites be like, breaking news: WWE's interested in Ricky Starks,
they get
and it's like, yeah, of
duh.
course, homie. Or the other day they were like, they're interested in Dane Garcia. Of course, homie. Like, come on. Which I want to talk about real quick. This is what we've always talked about with that competition is good.
Yeah,
This is the reason. You could talk about your ratings, you could talk about everything, but I'll use Ethan Page as an example, right? Ethan Page has been in TNA for years. Was chilling there, no one was looking at him. But without TNA, this is why all the big companies are good. Because without TNA, he doesn't get seen by AEW. But without AEW, he doesn't get seen by WWE. Yeah, you could say, oh, WWE partnered with TNA, but that was out of spite of AEW, in my opinion. They were looking for someone to work with. They were like, we're not gonna work with you, but we'll work with y'all.
yeah,
So without AEW, like it's like a domino effect. Without TNA, the indie guys don't get seen. Once they
yeah,
get to TNA though, AEW see. You know what I mean? It's like a domino effect. So this is what we mean by competition is good for wrestling.
yeah,
Because a guy like Ethan Page, guys like Ricky Starks that aren't the biggest guys, so you're not
yeah.
looking at them on the indies because they don't get the mic on the indies. They'll get
Exactly.
the mic in TNA and AEW though,
And
and then that's when it's like, oh, they're not the best in the. They're not phenomenal. They're great in the ring, but what they have on the mic, what they have in the ring, I could combine that and make it even better. Let's
and
sign him.
and
Let's
that's
sign
what it's
her.
and that's what it's cool. It's like
Yeah,
with the guys like Ethan Page and Ricky Starks. It's like they weren't like with Rick. You even say Ricky specifically. It's like he was in NWA most of the time. I don't know if people
exactly. Yeah,
watched NWA, but when he was given a shot in AEW, he gained a lot of interest. You know what I mean? Now
yep,
WWE may want to see him. Same
yeah,
with Garcia. WWE wants to see him because without AEW, he wouldn't have been noticed. And
exactly.
vice versa. If someone wasn't on WWE, AEW would have been interested in
Yeah,
them, and some people are killing it from AEW, from WWE. That was
and
there.
also companies like that too help, like a NWA, because they're not the biggest company,
Yeah,
but they're big enough that a lot of people watch it, but not big enough that you can't experiment. Like, think about it. Do you see more clips of Eli Drake more from NWA or for TNA?
yeah, both. I
You
see
see,
both.
but you
Yeah,
see more NWA, right?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
that's where he really started popping at.
yeah. That is true.
So even though he was at TNA, it was already like, okay, this guy, he's trying something. He
Yeah,
got to perfect it in NWA because you could experiment because people are watching, but like, who's trashing NWA? I've never seen
yeah,
somebody say, "Oh, this episode was horrible." No one's, you know
yeah,
what I mean? No one's doing
yeah,
that. So you're able to experiment and kind of find yourself. And he found the perfect balance and created LA Knight.
yeah.
And
That
then
is
even
true.
though it's not a big company, it's still a company that get scanned because of the nostalgia, the history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And also you have a lot of guys that came from there. So why not look there?
Yeah. So that
So
is true.
all these companies, big or small, it helps. That's why competition is great.
Exactly. Exactly.
So stop with the tribalism and just enjoy wrestling. Let's
Yeah,
just
just watch
enjoy
all of
it.
it if you love it so much.
Yeah, just
Jesus Christ.
enjoy it. Come on.
Yeah.
People are like, why are you going to AEW show? Because it's $50 and it's wrestling.
Yeah.
And it's
It's,
actually good wrestling.
and there's a lot of wrestling too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of big shows in the States. Next year we have All in
Yep.
Texas. Fucking also SummerSlam next year. It's gonna be in Jersey.
Yeah.
2 night fucking show.
Okay, can we talk about that real quick?
Go off.
I'm not a fan. First of all, fuck 2 nights. We got it, Mania. I give you the pass. If you were gonna make any of the big 4 2 nights, it should have been Rumble. So you gotta
Yeah.
have women on one night, men on the other. I think that's fire. That's a fire idea. Because you do a all women's pay-per-view, but not really. It's just the
Yeah.
women's half of Royal Rumble. And then you do the men's half. You know what I mean? Like that's SummerSlam. Not every show needs to be 2 nights. Also, why did they pick Jersey?
I don't know. It's
I know
cool,
everybody
but
from New York is hype about it.
yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm not going to look for tickets because have you ever been outside in New York in August heat?
I've heard of MetLife not being like good, not just for wrestling shows, but for like shows in general, like other things. Like it's a pain in the ass to be around.
Yeah, MetLife, it's not the best, but they try their best. They do decent shows, except for 35. We don't talk about 35. Oh man, 35. But yeah, I think of it. I'm like, wow, you picked New York in August. I just think of being in the stands all sticky with the sun hitting me, and I'm shoulder to shoulder, and it's just not a good time. It's not a good time.
You know
It's
who I
gonna be fun
blame?
though, but it's
Yeah.
just
You know who I blame for the 2 nights of SummerSlam?
who?
Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Because I get it. They were supposed to have Mania next year. Totally understand that. So I'm pretty sure they bitched and complained, saying, we should have gotten 2 nights, blah, blah, blah. And I
Yeah.
think Triple H was like, you know what? Here's 2 nights of SummerSlam for 2026. There you go. And then
hate that
now,
idea.
I feel like they're obligated now to do 2 nights of SummerSlam going forward. And it's going to be a permanent thing.
Yeah.
Because Minnesota wanted 2 nights, and for some reason they had to
Like-
fucking... We know the reason why they
Yeah,
changed
yeah.
it, but y'all could have stuck with 1 night of SummerSlam. That was the best they probably offered, but they're like, nah, you promised 2 nights. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
It's
2 nights
SummerSlam.
2 nights for SummerSlam is crazy to me.
It is crazy. Very
I feel
crazy.
like now you gotta like just throw shit at the wall. Because you
Yeah,
had to book 1 night, and even sometimes SummerSlam be like, ugh. But lately it's been cool. But now you gotta book 2 nights. And you only got what, 4 months for Mania? You can't be doing rematches and shit. You gotta give me new storylines.
yeah. And it's 2 nights at
That's putting
MetLife.
pressure on the team.
Yeah,
On the writing team and shit.
yeah. I mean, it's 2 nights at MetLife, so it's like it's gonna be like Mania 2.0, and it's like, come
Yeah.
on, we don't need that. We don't need that.
No, I get it. Oh, they're on Netflix now. They're gonna have more people. That's stupid. It's stupid. The 2 nights for I get it. Mania happened. You made your money. We're fine with it now. We just live with it now. SummerSlam is crazy, man. I can only adapt to one. But by 2028, all the big 4s are gonna be 2 nights, which is crazy.
Because it makes sense for Rumble to have 2 nights. That I wouldn't be mad at.
That's the one. Yeah.
But
And then
and I feel for Survivor Series, they're probably gonna do it because like I'm sure they're gonna want to do like 1 night War Games, the other night 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series.
And again, you're putting more pressure. I get it. You have a lot of talent. You're putting more pressure on the writing team to come up with shit now.
Yeah.
And now that you have to fill up this show, there's gonna be a lot of fill-in matches.
Probably.
You know what I mean? So it's like we don't want that. Just give me
Guess so.
1 night, one solid night of a pay-per-view, a PLE. My bad.
Yeah.
That's it. 2 nights
Yeah,
is crazy.
I don't know. We just gotta wait and see what
Yeah.
happens. I don't know. Definitely gonna cost an arm and a leg to
Oh
go
yeah,
to
that's
one.
why I'm like, and in Jersey, I saw the 35 tickets. I'm cool. I know what
Yeah,
my budget looks like, especially we talked about already Texas and stuff. I might be looking into that. So
yeah. I mean, we can. Yeah, I mean, they still do MSG shows.
yeah,
I'm cool with that. That
yeah,
MSG shows for me seem more credible than going to MetLife for SummerSlam.
yeah. MetLife, it was cool for Mania. I
It's like something they should do like once in a blue moon.
yeah,
Like again, I've heard like from not just wrestling events, for just any event that happens at MetLife, it's a
yeah.
pain in the ass to go to.
And you know what that tells us too? We're not getting Mania for a minute.
Probably,
Yeah, we won't be having
probably
it. Especially that
good.
we're just
Good. I don't want to hear it anyways.
yeah.
Yeah.
But now that we're having SummerSlam here, we won't have any of the 40s. I think
No, not
50
definitely not.
should be here.
50. Oh yeah, yeah,
50 should be New York. 50
yeah,
should be New York for not only nostalgia reasons, but for like company reasons, man. That's where it all started.
yeah.
How we not doing New York for Mania 50?
Exactly. Yeah, that's gonna be a big one. That's gonna
Yeah.
be a big one.
If they wanted to, you could fill up MSG and just charge fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah.
I would love one more Mania in MSG.
Ooh, that would be. Oh
Like if they
man,
were
that would
like
be insane.
50, they would probably charge like sphere prices. But I would save up for that. I would save up for that if they
You
did
would.
MSG.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too. Me
Cause
too.
that's they don't do manias like this no more. Like they
Yeah.
should do it just for the nostalgia factor. That's like, yo, we have one here, 10, 20. I don't know why they skipped 30.
Yeah.
40 was not happening here because they did 35.
Yeah.
50 should be at least in New York. At
Yeah.
least in New York.
Yeah.
MSG would be fucking wild, but at least in New York. Because I
So
know they
we.
won't scale down. They'll
Yeah.
scale up, but they won't cut back and be like they're losing money on that.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
But yeah, that's what us getting SummerSlam meant to me. I was like, that means we're not getting a Mania.
Yeah.
We're not getting
Probably. Yeah.
any of the 40s. Yeah. Especially that they already
But
announced up to
it's good to travel. I mean, I mean, I've never been to a Mania, and I still want to. But I feel like traveling out of state is better than going to one in state.
1,000%.
So
A
even if
thousand percent.
even if you don't get a,
Even though all the manias I've been to are out of state.
you did go to the New York one, didn't you? So you did
It's
go
in
to one in
Jersey.
a Jersey. Yeah, true. Jersey.
Come on, man.
Yeah. We don't. Yeah.
NYNJ.
Yeah. Same thing. The same as.
Yeah, it's just right
But
there over the bridge. Just
it's like a
get over
half
the
hour
bridge
away
and
from
then
here.
it's half hour.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. You're saying something about Raw before?
Raw, how do you feel about your yeet?
I don't mind it. I
I
personally don't
don't
mind it.
mind it. You not hype about it?
I am hyped.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Your
Good. It's
tone
just
didn't tell me that. That's why.
no. I'm just saying it's cool. I mean, it's not like
Nah,
I was excited when it happened. Of course, it's
yeah,
just I don't know. It's my thing is like I don't know how long it's gonna hold it for. Because
not long. Not
yeah,
long. Because I think they're going to cost him the belt. That's how we're going to get him in this story with the bloodline.
because I was gonna say I think Braun Breaker's getting it back.
Yeah, but I think he'll hold it for a little bit. I mean,
Yeah. I don't mean like soon, but like
War Games is what, November?
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
you let him hold it till Saudi.
yeah. I was gonna say Crown Jewel. They had
Yeah.
the rematch or something. And then even if Braun Breaker doesn't win the rematch before Crown Jewel, it's like it's cool. He'll win it back. It
Yeah.
doesn't hurt him at all that he lost it.
No.
But I think that Crown Jewel will be the best time for Jay to lose it. You have someone from the other bloodline cost him the match.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
then
And then that's how he gets into the storyline. And it's
yeah,
like they're just fucking with all of us.
yeah, they're just fucking with all of us. It's cool,
Yeah.
true.
Then
Yeah,
that's where
so
Jimmy comes back because they teaming up on him.
yeah,
That'd be fire. That's a fire moment.
yeah, that would
Them
be.
costing him the belt and then jumping him after, and then Jimmy making the save for his brother.
You know who I think?
I need my brother.
You know who I think should? You know who I think should beat Jay for the IC title?
Who?
Dom. I think the story of like mommy,
I like that.
it makes sense, especially if like they do kind of like a screwy finish, like have the bloodline get involved, and it's
Yeah,
like, oh,
that
Dom
makes
didn't
perfect
win.
sense. Oh
Dom
man, put him
Dom
over
didn't
like
beat him
Dom.
cleanly, and that's like
Yeah,
typical heel heat for Dom. It's like, oh shit, of course he won it because he didn't not by himself type of
yeah.
thing. Um, and I think that'd be a great way to do it.
Nah,
And
hell
have
yeah, you
give
could.
him a little bit of room with that title too.
Yeah, and then you could do Dom and Braun
Oh God,
at like Rumble.
I mean Braun can. That's funny. The comparison of the size between the two is hilarious.
Yeah, I'm with that. I think that's dope.
But
Braun has a good showing. Everybody is hyped because Dom loses it. Because I feel like they kind of want to turn Braun babyface,
that's what I
and
think too.
that's the play. That's how you do it. You have him beat Dom.
And yeah, because I
You don't
think
have him beat Jimmy. You let him beat Dom.
yeah, Jay,
Yeah, Jay.
Jay, yeah. So, but yeah, babyface Braun would be awesome. I think
Yeah,
now with the that's the thing about Braun that I like now is like he does that thing before he gets to the ring. It's like where my dog's at, and the whole crowd just starts in the bark,
yeah,
which is pretty cool. Like
yeah. That's
it's
why you can't have a heel doing that.
yeah, that gets
You need a
over.
baby face. Yeah,
Yeah. So I
and it's
think
getting
that'll be
over.
it's a great addition to his character.
Yeah,
You would need someone like him as a babyface. You would have a monster in Bronson Reed. You know the same fucking name.
yeah.
Um,
That sucks. That they're
that
all like
confuses the
kind
fuck
of
out
the
of me.
Braun. Yeah,
Yeah, but I think Braun Strowman is like at that point where it's like, oh, he's just being used. But Braun
yeah.
Breaker could be that guy to like actually destroy Bronson Reed,
Exactly.
in a
Yeah,
way. So a babyface Braun Breaker, uh,
that's the wave.
that's the wave. Exactly.
No, that's the way to go. I'm so down with that.
Yeah. So it's insane. I mean, I love Jey Uso winning the IC title. I think that was a smart move. Again,
Yeah,
I said it like I don't think that affects Braun at all. He's fine the way he is. He still was booked
yep,
strong since he's gotten here. I'm sure they'll continue to book him just as strong as ever going forward.
yeah,
If he
most
wins it back
definitely.
this year, you know what I mean?
He's good.
It's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
he's
So
good. Yeah,
and
good run with it. It was a little short, but this doesn't hurt him at all.
not at all.
I know
Not a
people are
single
like,
bit.
"Oh, he lost it so quick." Da 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 da. Why are they doing this to him? He's chilling.
You want to know what I
Jay
think?
has so much momentum, which let's talk about that real quick. Real quick. I saw a tweet today that said Jay Uso is reaching 2008 Jeff Hardy level. Nick, how do you feel about that? Because I know how I felt about it when I read it.
You thought it was bullshit, right? You thought it was
I thought
bullshit.
it was bullshit. Yeah.
I
And
mean,
I think it's because I lived through Jeff. He
yeah,
had more searches than Barack Obama. The year that Barack Obama won to become president,
yeah, I know. Jeff Hardy over
he
that?
was
Come on.
bigger than the president. That's crazy.
Yeah, Jay can't say that. Jay's not even the top guy in WWE right now. I feel like.
He's doing his thing. He has a lot of momentum. The fans love him. He had he has his little Jey Uso pop. He has a little Jey Uso pop. I
Yeah,
mess with it. But Jeff Hardy, that's a tough comparison
I know.
because that was just a time. I don't think anybody's ever gonna reach that again. It
No.
was just, and also Jeff Hardy's just like such a likable guy that everybody just loved him.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I
then
mean?
I think it was the point of like him. He's never had a WWE title. He never held it,
Yeah.
and I think that the fact that people started realizing that, I was like, oh shit,
I was like,
he should win it.
you gotta give this to him, and he
And you
became just a star.
And it wasn't
He was
just
already a
against
star,
any
but
yeah. It wasn't against anybody. It was a triple threat against Triple H and Edge.
yeah,
Two of the biggest I mean, Jonathan Triple H was a heel at that time, but
top
Edge, the
guys,
biggest
the
heel.
top guys. Yeah,
So that was even bigger. And the whole thing of him climbing up that stage and
yeah.
I'm like, holy shit. That's how you knew it was a big deal.
Exactly. Yo,
Um
Jeff Hardy. But I saw that I was like, I love Jey Uso, but like this is where fans get crazy. Like, take it
yeah.
easy. But he is like a fan favorite, and they love him. Like people.
Yeah.
And shout out to Jay. He's riding that wave. He got them to love him. That's awesome. He's just a
Yeah.
likable guy. He's funny. You know what I mean? Like I always thought it was gonna be Jimmy. I always thought it was gonna be the other way around, just because when they were a tag team, Jimmy's the one that had more personality, like on the mic. So I
Yeah.
always thought I was like, oh, when they split, Jimmy's gonna take off. But wow, Jay's been wilding. I mean, they didn't really do much with Jimmy when he was solo. Also, then he got hurt and stuff, but not hurt. They wrote him off.
Yeah.
But Jay, he's been killing it, man.
I
Shout out
mean,
Jay.
Rikishi's happy now, I guess. Fucking,
Uh,
he can shut the fuck up.
Take
For
his mic away, man. I get it because we do podcasting too, but
yeah,
wow, someone unplug him. He just be wilding on the mic.
he's I don't. Every day it's like Rikishi said this, and then some dumbass take. It's like Jay shouldn't do this
So
anymore.
I think him
Like
and Booker T are the worst.
Booker T, I don't think Booker T is as bad as Rikishi's, but it's like
No, what's wrong with
it's
Booker is that he just has such bad takes. That's like Booker. Like, why would you even say that?
yeah, especially if you work for the company, it's like yo, you shouldn't be saying something like that.
Yeah, it's like whoa,
No.
like
Yeah,
so them two, they gotta stop. Take their mics away.
yeah,
Undertaker, I'm
and
fine with. He's been killing at his podcast, but these other
yeah,
guys take it away from them.
yeah. Not every legend needs a podcast.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, I mean Undertaker's cool. I like this stuff.
Yeah,
I like this stuff.
because he actually like
It's like
talks about.
himself. Yeah, he
Yeah, he's
talks
just
about it.
chilling and talking about the business.
Yeah,
He's not like critiquing shit.
yeah.
He's not
He's
like,
saying it
oh
was his
well, I saw
favorite.
Raw this week and fucking Braun Breaker, Lord. You know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah.
just going on there telling stories and kicking it with his boys.
Ooh,
That's
I would
dope.
I would love to talk to Undertaker.
What? That's a convo I need to have one day.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
talk to Steve Austin.
Ooh.
So, let's just open up some beers and turn on the mics and see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Spawn
Let's-
give us a six
let's
pack
see-
of his
Let's see what
Stone Cold.
conversations just flow, man.
Yeah.
Cheers. Let's start it.
You finish the whole 6 pack, you don't even know what you're
That
talking about
podcast
anymore.
will get crazy a little too quick.
Yeah. Yeah. It is cool. Yeah, I mean, an hour and 17
Yeah,
minutes
I feel
in.
like we hit everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess we can wrap it up there. I mean, next week is Bad
Yes,
Blood,
sir.
so we'll do predictions for those.
Predictions.
And then right after that, the next week is next week is next week's Bad Blood. The week after that is Wrestle Dream. So it's back-to-back prediction episodes that way.
Okay.
So yeah, just I guess we can wrap it up here. Like I said,
Yes, sir.
this is Nick, and with me as always is my co-host Joel.
Yo,
And we will see you guys next time.
catch you.